Hey, so I just wanted to have a little conversation with you about chakras. So, most of you may be aware of the chakras and the different meanings for each different chakra. But the reason why we bring it up is because sometimes people do pick up on one's chakras when they are focusing on someone's aura. So, the chakras, they all hold different colors, and the colors of the chakras all represent something. So, it's important to remember that just because the color of a particular chakra that you may be picking up on represents something, you may be seeing a similar color in one's aura, but it could also represent something different. So it's really important to assess how you're feeling with this. However, with this conversation about chakras, it will help you and guide you if you are picking up on someone's chakras during an aura reading. So you can't go into an aura reading, just like with any other reading, kind of saying, right, I'm going to know this or I'm going to get this. Sometimes certain things just come in and they just spring upon us. So it's really important to be open. So that's why sometimes we have to be aware that chakras may come into it. Other times we may not pick up on people's chakras at all. So we have 7 main chakras that are most commonly spoke about, and they are the most well-known ones. However, there are so many more different chakras within our energy body. So the most common ones are our crown chakra, which hovers just over our crown. This is a beautiful golden glowing colour, and this represents connection to source and opening to source. Okay, we then move down to our third eye, which is always in between both our eyes, just above on our forehead slightly. This is usually pictured as a lovely purple, a nice deep purple colour, and this is our psychic seeing, our spiritual senses, our mediumship, our intuition. All of our psychic messages come through here, usually because this is opening to source. So then we come down to the throat chakra, which is usually pictured as a lovely, like turquoisey, bluey colour. And this is often for communication, but it's also for our self expression. So sometimes people may pick up on blockages around the throat chakra, or even maybe feel that within the throat chakra if they've gone through something in their life where they have felt like they haven't been able to express themselves, or they haven't, or they have felt suppressed. Moving down now to our heart chakra, this is usually pictured as 2 different types of colours, so whichever one you feel more drawn to, or maybe on different occasions you might see a different one or the other colour. So the first one would be like a light sort of green colour, and this is very much for love, but there's also a pink colour, and that is also for love, unconditional love, family, healing, that type of thing. That's what the heart chakra represents. You then come down to sort of just underneath the bosom if you're a woman, but in that area if you're a man. And this is the solar plexus, and this colour is a lovely yellow colour. Okay, so this represents your emotions. So sometimes people will find that this area feels quite blocked up, or maybe there's like in a physical sense of weight. If they have a lot of emotional issues from the past that they are carrying, it can show in weight. If it is someone who is very slim and not prone to putting on weight, quite often those people, if they're holding a lot of emotions within their solar plexus, then this can actually present itself as IBS or issues with the stomach in other ways. So it's interesting how the chakras, even though they are energy points, they actually start bringing physical sensations or symptoms into one's body, all according to what has happened emotionally. So I thought I'd stand up for this one. So then what we have just down here, just sort of like near the belly button, so this is the solar plexus, near the belly button just under, we have the sacral chakra, which is the lovely orange colour, and this is quite often for your willpower, courage, creativity. However, the sacral chakra for women is especially important because this represents our divine feminine and our divine power. However, men, just because they do not have the womb area, it doesn't mean that they can't be in touch with their divine energy. Okay, this is very much your will to do and what helps you to move forward. So when you can really get into that divine energy, or women can really get into that divine femme power, it can really push you forward. So this is why a lot of womb meditations are based around the sacral chakra. This is also linked to your sexual organs and also your sexuality and intimacy, as well as all of the other things that I just stated. So sometimes if someone has had an issue sexually, or possibly had something happen to them that wasn't very nice in the form of possible sexual abuse, or in the form of something that they did not consent to, whether female or male, this area can often end up having emotional trauma stuck in this chakra. Or again, this area can sometimes even result in physical pain or physical sensations or symptoms that are held within this area. And we often tend to pick up on this when we do auras or chakra work, and we can actually remove all energy and clear all energy within these chakras by various different means: cord cutting, energy removal, clearings, healing, any sort of thing that we feel guided that needs to happen. Now moving down here, we have sort of in the base of our legs here, we have the root chakra, also known as the base chakra. This is a lovely deep red burgundy colour, and it's very earthy. So some people like to imagine this chakra, you know, sort of like going downwards, because this actually helps to connect you to the earth. It is rooting you, it is grounding you. So often people will visualize or imagine their root chakra when they're doing grounding meditations, and they'll imagine the roots really pulling down from this root chakra. So it's important to have this as the last chakra, because it pulls you down and it keeps you nice and grounded. Visualizing that beautiful red burgundy color can really sort of like help to create that grounding even stronger. Issues that can happen in this area, it could just actually result in just feeling very ungrounded, silly things happening, feeling like you're floating or flying, or just a bit all over the place. Drama in one's life can tend to happen, and just feeling quite confused and a bit all over the place. So it's really important to, when you have all of these chakras aligned, to have that positive energy flow, so all areas are being cleansed and focused. So those are the basic meanings and colours of the chakras. However, if you look online, you may find some chakra charts and whatnot that do sort of a slightly different variation of meanings or a slightly different variation of colours. But that is the basic of what you will find on lots of different sites and lots of different books. So just be aware, as I said at the start of this video, that if you are feeling like you're picking up on one's chakras during the aura technique and during your practicing with other people, then just really allow, right, okay, so I'm seeing sort of a deep burgundy red. Does that mean that this is linked to this chakra? Am I drawn to that particular area of the chakra? Or actually, does this deep burgundy red mean something else because it's on this outside layer of one's aura? So again, it's really important to see where these colours are placed, and if you feel that there's similar colours that are similar to the chakras, do they mean the same as what these chakras mean, or do you feel drawn to these colours meaning something else? That is really, really important, to not assume that the colours that you see, because they're similar to the chakras, that they mean the same, because it could well be that they are actually meaning something different. So I'll let you have a good gander about that. Have a really good play about with the different colours. There's lots of different colour charts online. Maybe I'll pop one on the group so you can have a good look through the month, just so you can really start assessing the meanings of the different colours. It is important to also go with your intuition, go with your gut. If you feel, you know that, say, like for instance, a grassy green represents personal growth, but if you feel like it means something else, say it. Say it to the person that you're practicing on, and say what you feel it means, because it could well be that it is exactly that of how they are feeling, and it completely fits in with what they're saying. Don't push anything out. Remember, we are focusing forward and we are focusing on every single thing that comes through. So don't be afraid to say what comes through. Don't push anything out. Obviously, if you get negative things coming through, just be mindful of how you word it to the person so you don't upset them. So I'm really looking forward to how you get on, and I will speak to you in the next video.